What happens to overprotected children? Not wanting your child to fail or fearing they might get hurt doesn't mean you should always be by their side, solving everything for them. Parents need to clearly distinguish between protecting and supporting their child's growth and overprotecting them. Main ideas. Overprotecting children can severely hinder their growth, affecting their independence and adaptability. Parents should create a safe environment, set limits, and also encourage their child to develop the ability to adapt to the outside world. How does overprotectiveness affect children? There are many reasons why parents should avoid overprotecting their children, as this can seriously impact their psychological development and growth. Overprotectiveness, in particular, can prevent children from becoming independent and adaptable adults. Children become more anxious. Children who are overly protected tend to be more anxious and restless. Overprotective parents see danger in everything, making their children more cautious and sensitive to mistakes or pain. Constant parental anxiety heightens a child's defense mechanism against perceived dangers, leading to continuous worry and unease. Lack of coping skills. Overprotectiveness weakens a child's ability to develop independent coping skills, to learn effective strategies. Children must adapt to challenging situations. Facing risks and overcoming challenges helps their coping mechanisms mature. These are resilience skills that enable them to tackle difficulties, failures, and hardships later in life. Children placed in a glass bubble, far from real-world challenges, constantly shielded from tough realities, miss the chance to develop these skills. Kids whose parents plan and solve everything for them struggle to handle unexpected life situations, often breaking under under even minor pressures. Fear of failure. Overprotective parents do everything in their power to prevent their child from failing. They quickly rescue their children and provide unnecessary support, even when the child doesn't ask for help. These children grow up fearing mistakes, failure, rejection, or hurt. They become reluctant to step out of their comfort zone to try new things, avoiding opportunities. Instead of overcoming difficulties on their own, they grow dependent on their parents. This dependence stops them from becoming capable individuals in society. Psychological health impact. Overprotective parenting makes children believe the world is a dangerous place. This discourages them from participating in social activities, robbing them of the opportunity to build friendships and develop social skills. Children raised in an overly sheltered environment are more likely to lack social skills. They often suffer from social anxiety or phobia, marked by an extreme fear of rejection, criticism, or embarrassment. Such children are also at a higher risk of depression during adolescence. Teens raised under excessive protection are prone to developing functional somatic symptoms, issues without a clear physical cause but triggered by psychological factors, including pain, fatigue, and digestive problems, reduced self-esteem and motivation, in addition to higher risks of anxiety and depression. Overprotected children often have low self-esteem and lack confidence in solving everyday problems. A person's sense of self-worth largely depends on how they are treated in social interactions. Children constantly monitored and protected receive the message that they are incapable or not good enough to handle life on their own, without opportunities to prove themselves responsible. Children fail to recognize their contributions or achievements, stunting their sense of autonomy and personal capability. This results in reduced resilience, poor academic performance, and low motivation, qualities essential for navigating the world independently. More vulnerable to bullying. Overprotected children are often treated as younger than their actual age. They may be naive and not allowed to participate in activities that involve assertiveness, exploration, or acceptable risk-taking, activities that help develop conflict management and self-defense skills. Without these, they can become easy targets for bullying at school. Lack of decisiveness. Children who are overly protected often lack decisiveness. They need opportunities to practice decision-making. But overprotected kids are rarely allowed to make their own choices. Without practice or preparation, they grow up unsure of how to make important decisions. They may fear making the wrong choice because they've always relied on their parents to decide everything for them. For example, a university student who experienced overprotective parenting might hesitate more in choosing a career than peers encouraged to be independent early on. Narcissism. Studies show a link between overprotective parenting and narcissism, inflated self-importance, in adulthood. Over-responsive. Over-involved parents teach children that they are exceptionally important and deserve special attention and care from others. As a result, these children may grow up feeling entitled to privileges without putting in the effort to earn them. When parents respond immediately and excessively to every demand, children may develop unhealthy narcissistic tendencies as they grow older. Juvenile delinquency. One of the most harmful aspects of overprotection arises when it combines with emotionally neglectful parenting. Overprotective and controlling parents who lack emotional warmth are considered authoritarian. Research consistently finds that this parenting style is strongly linked to delinquent behavior, depression, and personality disorders in teenagers. What should parents do instead of overprotecting? Overprotective parents are often called helicopter parents because they constantly hover over their children. Overprotective, less nurturing parents fall into the category of controlling or authoritarian parenting. While these styles may seem similar, they have distinct motivations. According to psychologist Diana Baumrind, authoritarian parenting is defined by high control and low warmth. On the other hand, overprotective and controlling parenting styles differ slightly. The former is driven by concern for safety, while the latter seeks to manage or restrict the child without good reason. Overprotective parents are more concerned about their child's health and safety, using their authority to achieve those goals. Controlling parents, however, are authoritarian and focus solely on control for its own sake. If parents cannot let go of their need to control, they risk becoming overly restrictive. To avoid hindering their child's growth, parents should refrain from excessive coercion and instead nurture their child's confidence. Adopting a warm, responsive, and reasonable parenting style, known as authoritative parenting, is the best way to protect children in the long run. To raise resilient children, parents should provide a safe haven not just during stressful times but also in peaceful moments. Establish boundaries while encouraging adaptability. Only when children are allowed to effectively interact with the outside world can they grow into competent, resilient, and socially capable future generations. Remember, Good parents always protect and love their children, but never in an overly protective way.